Good Friday morning, Mount Olive family, friends of Mount Olive, all you tuning in to watch another Friday devotion. Appreciate each one of you for taking the time to watch these, as I always say. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So I borrowed this slide from Pastor's uh, PowerPoint. It said, when suffering strikes, and he's talking about selected and the series on Job. He started his new preaching series this past Sunday, and he's using the book of Job in his messages. Now, Job can be a very hard book for even well-seasoned Christians. Um, they, we don't like to hear about suffering for anyone, but we especially don't like to hear about it when it happens to very godly people. But no one is precluded from suffering. But chapter 1 tells us that God selected Job to endure all the suffering that he did endure. And why? Because God knew in his omniscience, his all knowing, that he knew that Job could come out on the winning side. So let's read some of the verses here. It's in Job chapter 1, and we're starting with verse 6. It says, and there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And verse 7 says that, and the Lord said to Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down in it. Now, Satan, he was doing what he always does. He was going to and fro in the earth, and he was walking to and fro in it. Now, even, Peter even warned us about this in First Peter chapter 5, verse 8, when he tells us to be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So, Peter was just saying, here's what he does. And so he was just going here and there, everywhere, looking for someone. But here's the interesting part, I think. If Satan had been walking to and fro, and surely he had come across Job in his wanderings, but he doesn't acknowledge Job or his dedication to God. So God does it for him. God brings up Job, and just like a parent who is proud of his child, he tells Satan all about him. If God had a picture of Job, I'm sure he would have showed it. He would have showed it off as parents do. In verse 8, it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil. And Job lived up to all that God said about him. This Job should be our example to try and live up to. But the question is, what would God say about me or you if he was talking about me or you to Satan today? Uh, who would be doing more of the talking? God bragging on us, or would it be the devil telling God all that we've done or all that we're doing? We could try to justify our ways, and for the things we do, and we could try to make excuses for the things that we do and all that. We can even hide things from others, but we can't hide from God. We should all strive to be the type of man that Job was, so that God can say all the good things about us. Uh, that's what we need to remember. And that's the end of my devotion for today. That, if God was speaking to Satan today, what would it mean? What would it be? Would he be telling all the great things that we've done for him? Would God be proud of us? Or would he say, well, he reads his Bible sometimes, he prays to me sometimes, not all the time. That's sad. So, we're all human, we all make mistakes, and I know that. But we should really strive to make sure that we're doing the best we can in the time we're given here on this earth, because things are being set in motion that we don't even realize, with everything that's going on. So our job is to be as close to God as we can in the days that we're given, and the spread of the word of his son, Jesus Christ, and all that he's done for everyone. I hope you enjoyed this devotion. We will not be in church with you on Sunday. Teresa has to go to UVA, so we've got an appointment up there. So you remember her in your prayers. We'll be praying for you all. We'll miss you, but we've got to go up on Sunday, and she's got an appointment on Monday. So this is one that we just she has to go up there so often and check it with her doctor. So you be much in prayer for all of us that for us that we'll have safe travels, and that Teresa will get a good report from the doctors when we come back. Love each one of you, and we'll see you later.